Hello and welcome to another part of the playthrough for Malta Besieged by Worthington Games, designed by Steve Carey. We're on the back end of the third epoch, so close to the end of the game. We might be able to get there positively by the end of this video. Negatively, it's always possible. So let's turn a card over and see how we go. What do we got? We have Operation Exile. It's not a convoy. We'll read it out. Additional rationing went into effect as food shortages worsened. Fast ships made night runs to the island, but a lightly escorted convoy of 12th February 1942 had all of its freighters sunk. An urgent call went out for Spitfires, but few were available by the end of the month. Field Marshal Kessering ordered that Malta must be crushed. So we need to return our Spitfires from last turn. What do we got? After advancing, the Luftwaffe unit's battle value is adjusted up to 4. So we replace the counter after advancing. And for advancing, I think it advances 2 spaces. Yes. So it goes to there. That's very worrying. The Regia Marina also goes forward. And Ultra is not ready. So that gets returned. That's not good news, any of that. Resources, +1 military, nice. -1 supply, you're kidding me. And -1 morale. This is not a great card. Okay, for die roll modifiers we've got a -1 for raid. We have a +1 for supply and +1 for Luftwaffe. Okay, well, alright. Swings and roundabouts on this card. We have 3 actions. Certainly the first thing I want to do is go for supply here. We got a +1 to get rid of that die roll modifier on 0 supply. 4 + 1 is 5, that's good enough. Then we will go for the Luftwaffe, certainly. That's a +1 dice. 3 + 1, 4, not good enough. Third action, we'll just do it again, I think. Yes, got it back. Pushed him back, that's great. Oh, we actually had another die roll modifier from that. We had a 3 going to a 4, which was a success because it's a +1 here as well. So actually that gets pushed back twice. Excellent. That's wonderful. On the 4s, that's really, really good. Right, there's no convoy, so we just clean up. Flip our Spitfires over. And on to the next card, which is 8th Army Advances. Now that sounds positive. Only 2 actions though. By the end of December 1942, large amounts of supplies had reached Malta unmolested and the island siege was broken at last. Ooh. The North African campaign continued until May 1943 and Malta still suffered sporadic attacks all the way up to July of that year, but the war in the desert had become the Allies to lose. Ooh, this sounds like a good card. The military is a retreat for the Africa Corps. Okay, we like that. And resources +1 supply. We like that. And +2 morale. Gosh. So then with our orders phase we have a +2 for military and raid. Ooh. Well, I'm not sure we need to raid very much anymore. The Africa Corps are quite a way away now. They're back in Libya. Our worry probably is these 2. And we got a +2 on military. It would be really nice to get morale up as well, but we only have 2 action. Well, looking at gift horse in the mouth, getting military up +2. Yeah, we need to go for that because that's really a great modifier. So +2 on the dice. That's a yes. Now, should we risk trying to go for the bonus? That's a free raid action or fort reroll. I'll go on then. Yeah. Let's do a bit of a risk here. We'll ignore these guys. We'll use that DRM again. So +2. 2 + 2, 4, not quite. Well, never mind. I think it was worth a go. Right, that's our DRMs back. For we didn't use our Spitfires because we were all on the military chart, and that's the turn. So we go on to the next card. Next card is the Fall of Trebrook. Okay, 3 actions. On the 21st June 1942, Trebrook fell to the Axis. Vast quantities of supplies and 35,000 prisoners were taken. Rommel, newly promoted to Field Marshal, relocated his headquarters near to Sidi Barrani. Churchill lamented the loss of Trebrook as one of the hardest blows of the war. So we remove the Trebrook counter. So that counter never comes back. Then we move the U-boats, and the Africa Corps actually advanced 2 spaces. Gosh, and we thought we were a bit safe. So U-boats and the Africa Corps. So resources -1 military. Well, it wasn't going to last long, even if we did last turn. So our DRMs for orders, -2 to the Africa Corps. That's not good. -2 to raid. That's also not good. -1 for all resources. We have a +1 for the Regia Marina and +1 for fortify. Well, we haven't really got anything to fortify. We have 3 actions. I think the first action, I want to bring Ultra back. Let's do the Regia Marina because we've got at least got the Diron modifier on that. That'll do. And I'd probably like to push the Regia Aeronautica back for the second one. We have a +1 with the Spitfires. That's good enough. And maybe try and push back the U-boats, I think. Yeah, let's do that for our third. That works as well. Okay. Let's remove our DRMs. There wasn't a convoy in the housekeeping. And we then go on to the next card. And our next card is Operation Harpoon. This is a convoy. Mid-June 1942, Rommel was maintaining a constant pressure in North Africa as matters there rose to a new intensity. In the Med, an entire convoy, Vigorous, was turned back by heavy Axis attacks in the Bomb Alley and by threats of the Italian Navy, who lacked oil reserves. Fighters based on Malta remained scarce. So we have the Luftwaffe moving forward, the Regia Aeronautica moving forward, U-boats moving forward, good God, and the Africa Corps moving forward. We've got a battle with Alamein again. Let's see if we can hold the Africa Corps back. We can. Okay, that's great. So on the convoy side, shall we commit Ultra? There's a 6 possibility here, a 6 possibility here. Our Spitfires are back up again. I think we will try and commit Ultra. Anything but a 1 to do that. Ah, we lose it. Okay, that didn't work. Right, resources -1 morale. We were getting so close there as well. DRMs -1 supply, morale and raid. Oh, great. We have +1 for military and Regia Marina. Our actions. I think we will commit the Spitfires to the convoy. Oh, we haven't rolled for the convoy yet, have we? Let's do that. So, so if we do the Luftwaffe first, we don't want to see a 6. A 4, that's 1 convoy hit. Regia Aeronautica, again, we don't want to see a 6. A 2 is a miss. The Regia Marina is on a 4 to 6. they miss, and finally the U-boats on a 4 to 6. They miss. So we only have one hit here. This is Operation Harpoon, which is a fairly easy one to deal with actually, especially if we only got one convoy hit to deal with. I'm not sure I will commit the Spitfires there actually now. Back to the actions. Flip these guys over. I think we should focus with the Spitfires on the Luftwaffe. So we have a +1 on the dice. Nope. I think we'll do it again. +1, that works. And probably Regia Marina would be nice. Yeah, the Regia Marina, I think. Let's use the die roll modifier, and they get pushed back as well. Okay, that's our 3 actions. Housekeeping phase, our convoy arrives. We have one convoy hit, so let's roll on Operation Harpoon here and see where the hit hits. On a 4 it hits 1 supply lost, but we do gain the other supply, so that's a positive convoy. We get a free bonus action, and I think we will use it against the Regia Aeronautica and fail. I think all these bonus ones I seem to keep failing. Right, retrieve our DRMs. There were lots of negatives here on this one, and let's quickly turn over that card to a new one. Oh, hopefully it can't be as bad as that one. What have we got? Invasion looms. Wet winter weather hampered Malta both as a military base and as a target. Morale declined as living conditions on the island worsened. With Malta nearly suppressed, Axis forces in North Africa received more troops and supplies, and the threat of Axis invasion loomed large. But 3 resupply ships did manage to reach Malta. Okay, on the military side, we have here the Rommel situation becomes worse, but that's as bad as it's going to get anyway. Then it says, advance all Axis fronts except the Luftwaffe unit and one other. Roll a die to see which one you halt. So let's roll that. So the Luftwaffe doesn't go forward. Let's bring our Spitfires back. 2. On a 2, the Regia Aeronautica doesn't move. So the U-boats move, Regia Marina move, those 2 don't, and the Africa Corps try and move. Let's roll against Alamein. Oh, holds again. Wonderful. Resources, +1 supply. Oh wow, look at the difference. -1 morale though. And our DRMs for the orders phase is -1 for Regia Marina, U-boats, and raid. Raid's been useless so far this particular video. It's always got a negative modifier on it. Can't do anything about that Rommel situation thing. Right, we have 3 actions though. 3 actions could be nothing helping us on the resources. I think we can certainly have a go at the Regia Aeronautica and use the Spitfires. We can grab hold of Ultra as well. That pushes the Regia Aeronautica back. We can grab Ultra for 1. And let's see if we can push the Regia Aeronautica back again. No. Right, well that's the orders. Housekeeping, there's no convoy, so we remove our die roll modifiers. It's getting very dicey with the Africa Corps. Let's see, we're running out of cards as well. So we have Operation Stone Age, This successful supply run from Alexandria on November the 20th, 1942, supported by Malta-based Spitfires, was the relief of Malta after talk of the island's surrender. We have a convoy battle. Okay, but our military is... we use one only of the Luftwaffe or the Regia Aeronautica. We have to roll to see who they do. However, it says if we use the convoy escort ultramarker for convoy escort, we automatically succeed. I think this is Operation Stone Age 2 supply. It's it only has 2. 506 will supply convoy not get hit. So anyway, let's roll for which advances. A 6, that's the Regia Aeronautica advances. The rumble situation goes up. And do we commit ultra? Well, we've got a chance there of a critical, but not here and not here. So I think we won't commit ultra. We will just take it on the chin, I think. So our rolls here. We start off with the Luftwaffe, which is a 4 to 6. Ooh, that's one convoy hit. The Regia Aeronautica, Regia Marina hit on a 4 to 6. That's a miss. The critical one here, Regia Aeronautica, a 6 we don't want. A 5, yeah, that's a hit, but at least it's not a 6. And finally, with the U-boats on a 3 to 6. That's a hit as well, so 3 convoy hits. Okay. We get no resources in the resource phase, and then onto the orders phase. Oh, there's no negative die roll modifiers. We have a +1 for morale. We have a +1 for U-boats. +1 for the Luftwaffe. +1 for the Africa Corps. And +1 for raid. Very interesting. Okay. So do we want to commit the Spitfires or convoy air support for Stone Age? I don't think we do. We've got a lot of supply, so I'm not sure we're that upset. I think we should do a raid, certainly. We've got a +1 on the dice. 3 + 1, 4, not good enough. I think we should try it again. I think this is critical. We want to get a chance to push the Africa Corps back. No, failed. And I think we should go for the Africa Corps now. It's on a 4, but at least we got, it's a 5 or a 6 we need to push them back. I think that's our big threat, I think. Yes, push the Africa Corps back, and that's our 3 actions. On to housekeeping. The convoy arrive. Let's see what happens with the 3. We actually might commit the Spitfires anyway, so we're not attacking anybody. So let's put the Spitfires in. So Operation Stone Age is here. So a 5 and a 6 here. So I think we'll be okay, and we'll get a supply through. Yeah. So first hit, a 2 is a miss. Second hit, a 3 is a miss, and the final hit, we might get both supply, which would be a little bit of a waste actually. A 4, which is also a miss. So we actually get 2 supply in, can only take 1, and it's a bonus. It's a successful convoy, so we get a bonus action. I think probably the U-boats. Let's go with the U-boats. That's a +1 on 2 is a 3. They go back. That's the housekeeping. Pull out the DRMs back. Bring the Spitfires back. And then we're on to another card. Oh, second last card. Looks like we're actually going to survive this. and see what the card is. The Second Battle of El Alamein. During October 1942, air and naval units based at Malta interdicted the supply lines of Rommel's Afrika Korps. On the 23rd of October, Montgomery launched an attack that led to several failed Axis counterattacks. This ferocious desert battle resulted in several shattered Italian divisions and very heavy German armoured losses. Okay. So what do we got? Well, so the Luftwaffe is moving forward. Regia Aeronautica is moving forward. The Afrika Korps is moving forward. And the situation gets slightly better. Wow, I thought this was supposed to be a good card. Resources, -1 military. Wow, and -1 supply. Okay. Not a very good card then at all. +1 for the Luftwaffe. +1 for the Regia Aeronautica, and we're going for them, and a +1 for Raid. 3 orders. Well, we can see the danger here, so we're definitely going for the Regia Aeronautica. It's a +1 DRM. We could apply the Spitfires, but I might wait for the Luftwaffe on that. So yeah, Regia Aeronautica first action. That pushes them back. We will have a go at the Luftwaffe as well. Oh yes, that's great. I think we're out of danger there. And I think we will go for a raid. Yes. Raid box. 4 + 1 is 5. That moves the Rommel situation up. That looks great. And let's clean up. Turned out quite a good card actually. The last card here. So we have Operation Pedestal. That's the big convoy. Well, we're full of supply anyway, so I think we'll be overflowing here. Meant to be the decisive convoy action of the Malta campaign, Operation Pedestal received heavy escort from the Royal Navy, while a smaller convoy was also sent to divert the Italian Navy. Pedestal lost 2/3 of its merchant ships, and the Royal Navy suffered severe losses, but it allowed Malta to hang on. So what have we got here? So all Axis fronts except for the Afrika Korps advance. So the Regia Aeronautica, the Marina, the Luftwaffe, the U-boats, but not the Afrika Korps. Ultra is committed elsewhere, so that's not available. Now we've got a Convoy Battle. Ooh, well, we can't use Ultra because it's committed elsewhere. But I think we're kind of in the clear. Afrika isn't moving and it's the end of the game, so I think we can just ride this out. Okay, so the Luftwaffe for their convoy attack. A 2 is nothing. Regia Aeronautica, this is a savage one. They might get a critical hit here, and they do. 2 hits. Regia Marina here is a miss, and the U-boats here is also a miss. Oh, okay. So we have 2 convoy hits, but there's 4 supply coming in. So I think we're going to certainly survive on the convoy side. What should we do now? I think we... Oh, what are our resources? Oh, good heavens. -2 military. That's very nasty. Our orders is a +1 on military, +1 on Luftwaffe, +1 on Regia Marina, and +1 on Fortify. Well, I think we should certainly get our military up, so I don't think anything else is that much of a priority. So we'll go for military. We have 4 actions. That's a miss. We'll do it again. Yes, so at least we get off that. Now we can do more than one attack. We have 2 actions available. Let's do the Regia Aeronautica because they're close to Malta. Fail, and we'll do it one more time. We'll add in the Spitfires. So that was a success. Keep forgetting about those Spitfires. And do one on the Luftwaffe, I think. No, let's continue with the Regia Aeronautica because we've got a +1 there. And that works as well. Okay. So the convoy arrives. We have 2 hits to apply. And Operation Pedestal is here. We get 1 supply lost. And for the second hit, before we get another supply lost. This means that 2 get through. Moves our supply up. We have a bonus action, which I think will apply to. Let's apply to the Regia Marina, and that fails. Well, as always. And I believe that's the game. So let's see how well we did. Okay, so on our victory check, if all 5 Axis fronts are either in the highest numbered box on the tracks or in the holding box, we've won an overwhelming victory. We haven't done that, certainly. Then, if at this time you have completed all the cards and the Afrika Korps front has been retreated into the holding box, you have earned a decisive victory. This is the historical outcome. We haven't done that because the Afrika Korps is still in Egypt here. If at this time you have completed all the cards and you at least control the Trebrook box, a marginal victory is achieved. Nope, Trebrook box we haven't got. So finally, if at this time you have completed all the cards but you do not control the Trebrook box, then the contest ends in a draw. Wow, we didn't win. Well, for a playthrough fairly early on for me getting the game, I suppose a draw is a fair result. So getting a victory is quite tough. If we need to push all these guys away, the Afrika Korps has to go to at least Trebrook. Right. Well, that's our playthrough completed of Malta Besieged 1941-42 by Worthington Games, designed by Steve Carey. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you do better than I did. I didn't lose at least, but a draw, well, an honourable draw, shall we call it. Right. Well, thanks for watching.